So by now you done heard about the R. Kelly remix on Residuals. Yeah, he called from Buckner, from the federal prison, and dropped his verse. And it was Chris Brown's song. And it was a challenge. Started off by Tank in February, and others had chimed in, but Kales was going to do his thing. I tell people all the time, you got to separate the art from the person because we don't know these entertainers. We just listen to what they do, and we just go by what they are, you know. And two things can be true. He has to pay his repentance for what he has done. However, to deny that man's talent is criminal, pun intended, because I will tell you something. There's still nobody's touching him in R&B. And there is a huge void in music right now without his dominance. I don't care what nobody says. All due respect to Bruno Mars. And you can make a claim to a certain extent to Lady Gaga and if you're a fan of Beyonce, a couple people, but that guy was the most dominant. So, it's just one of those things that you know, take upon. But anyway, listening to uh, the remix, his voice, he was talking about 34 years in, nothing's gone to his commissionary, uh, how they haven't put nothing towards him and, his fight for justice. And he did some podcast where he also revealed that he has done the equivalent of 25 albums. Someone might call cap on that. They don't. If you followed R. Kelly, you were a fan of his music, you know good and well that dude was scary prolific. That's why it's amazing. What did he have time to do anything else? Because this cat stayed in the studio, stayed cutting remixes, and he did what the rappers do with the mixtape. He would outdo your stuff. Sometimes he took other people's songs and flipped them. Remember how many ways what he did for Tony Braxton and others. So he king of remixes, all that. But and I'm also a firm believer that there's a lot more co-conspirators and people should been, with him too. Because that case is janky. I'm not saying that he ain't where things ain't supposed to be, because there's too many things to draw the lines that was involved in. But I'm also a firm believer there's way more people involved, record companies, people, etc., etc. So he just got used as the pinata, and then we'll see if Diddy joins him, and there should be others involved too, because they all were birds of a feather to something. But anyway, just sticking to the music, his verse on Residual was still cold. He still got probably the coldest pipes out here, um, you know. And the thing about it is, time is a way of making people kind of forget, because if you do something, people don't really hold it. Some do, some don't. He's going to be polarizing for folks. But I will tell you this. Let that cat come out today or tomorrow and go on a tour and watch that thing don't go crazy. You want to see someone who can sell some tickets. The industry knows he's still a big time mover. He's probably still ghostwriting as we speak. I know he is. Because if you can get a phone call, and it was actually his co-collaborator, co-producer Rodney East, who's done work on his records, who has it on his Instagram site too. So, but anyway, I mean, we know Kales is we know the skill set. It just depends on how you feel and if you can separate the two. And I tell people all the time, you have to be able to separate the two, because more than ever, you can respect people's talents, but you can see their shortcomings and what have you. But you can't deny the DNA of his music and the R&B popular music, and his impact is grand still. So that remix, and Breezy gets all this attention and love. Breezy know he can't see no R. Kelly. Breezy good for what he do, And if you like a triple Junior Whopper Michael Jackson, he's for you. Just like Usher's a double Junior Whopper Michael Jackson. But if you talked about the singing and the writing and putting it down, Kale still got that. So that is why this song is, because people are hungry for something to bump to. Are you kidding me? It's sad out here. And so think about it. Your best artist arguably is in lockdown. Most of your best artists, I got to keep it 100, is either lockdown or in the grave. That's the reality, because you don't really have what's around ain't really happening no more. That's just the fact. So take it how you want to take it. I'm just going to keep it 100. But anyway, please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, And I do respond, thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free, stay true. And like I say, you always have to separate the two because we don't know none of these folks. They're entertainers, politicians, athletes. It's one and the same, is it? I'm out.